So did he.
Well.
Yeah, I wondered, how long has this all been going on? Is this the first time? Who is this two-faced man, and why do I suddenly desire him more than ever? I mean, I've got to admit it's true, the thought of somebody manipulating his assets, it just drove me bonkers.
The party, pretty dull.
Not for me. You see, I looked around the dinner table at all the other wives, and everywhere I looked, I spied rival. Wouldn't it make sense for him to choose somebody from our circle? I kept getting hotter and hotter as I imagined him with each of the other women.
Honey, are you all right? Your neck is beet red. Are you having a reaction to this wine?
No. You see, I was playing a perverted game of Clue in my head. Phil in the library with Beverly on the chaise. Or Phil in the kitchen with Sandra on the linoleum. Which one was it? You know that I got so worked up that I just...
Well, she met me in the back of our wholesale farm because she kind of just...
I pulled him right into that den so we could do it right there on the pool table.
Two ball in the corner pocket.
Bingo!
Yes!
Oh, yes! Bingo, baby! Yeah! Oh. What was happening to me? Yeah, well, after our little game of pool, he started getting sleepy.
We made our excuses and we went home.
I drove.
I slept all the way.
I carried him in. And, well, I was about to put him to bed when I had an idea. I completely scrubbed all of that writing from his back. I thought, clean slate. And, well, once I did get him into bed, I took out my marker and I wrote, who are you?
The next day is Sunday. On Sundays, I like to go to church.
Like clockwork.
It's not that I'm so religious. I just like singing. Morning is broken like the first morning. But anyway, when I get home from church, she's waiting for me in her Valentine's Day negligee. Yes. Oh.
Yes, he bought this for me. I only wear it on Valentine's Day. But, well, it was the middle of July.
We did it right there in the foyer, on the chair. I was barely able to close the door on one of our roll bodies.
Oh, so infuriating. I mean, the surer I was that he was cheating, the deeper my hunger for him grew. Our sex, which had always been pretty good, was now... Oh, it was fantastic! Ooh! I just pretty much sat here for about half an hour, just trying to remember how to breathe. Who is this man? He sleeps it off on the couch. And once I could breathe and move again, I lift up his shirt. Sure enough, there's a reply to my query. Not a name, but a number.
867-5309.
That is proof that I wasn't crazy. There really was somebody out there. I did take a deep breath, and then I dialed that number from his back. I thought it sounded familiar. I'm sorry, but the number you reached is no longer in service. Oh! I thought I am freaking out here and she's screwing with me! Oh my God.
I remember thinking, after 7.5 years, we're finally hitting our stride. I mean, let's face it, one of the best things about sex is that one of the best things about marriage is that you can have sex whenever you want, within reason.
And we used to be so reasonable.
But now there was no reason to be reasonable.
And that is when I began the most important battle for our marriage.
This may appear as if it happened in one night,
But it didn't. I wrote coward.
She wrote piglet.
I wrote bimbo.
She wrote harpy.
I wrote dirtbag.
She wrote pusslet.
I wrote adulterer.
I wrote smorgasbord.
What?
Smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord?
Smorgasbord.
What are you talking about?
It was a game I was playing.
A game?
There was never anyone else.
This whole time?
This whole time.
Oh my God. You son of a bitch. Oh.
And that's when I knew we'd be all right.
Well then, what do you want for dinner?
The usual.
Meat and potatoes.
With perhaps a side of gravy.
Oh, gravy? Who are you?
Wouldn't you like to know?